So you guys want Yahoo?
Absolutely.
So Yahoo was sent in by a man named Drew Davenport. A legend, one might say. Thank you, Drew. It's by Yahoo Answers user Pineapple Lifesaver, who asks, why do so many people buy Lunchables? You could put your own together for a lot cheaper. Just put some meat, cheese, and crackers in a Gladware container.
Well, fucking thanks, Einstein.
Update. It's not cheaper, though, for the tiny handful of food that you get, even at $1. They're using the cheapest quality of ingredients. Buying some cheap turkey, American singles, and Ritz saltines will give you the same amount of 10 or more Lunchables for half the cost. Holy shit, that can't possibly be right.
All right, first off, blasphemy.
They're saying
Not
10 or
permitted.
more Lunchables for half the cost. We're talking about 20 fucking homemade Lunchables per Lunchable proper.
That's a lot of margin.
Has anyone ever bought a Lunchable thinking, I'm a thrifty consumer? This is
Yeah.
doing
You're
it.
not. You are neither a thrifty. You're not fiscally smart. You are not making a good nutritional decision. You are basically just saying, I'm a piece of shit.
Well, it's one of two things. Either you're saying, like, I'm a piece of shit, or you're saying, like, you know what? I'm going to little kid treat myself. Hey, 8-year-old Travis, who only wanted Lunchables all the time, but his mom packed him, like, actual sandwiches and apples and stuff because she cared for him. But at the time, he would look around the other kids who ate Lunchables and think, what fun lives are they leading? If only I was more of a Lunchables type kid, but I wasn't. So maybe 25-year-old Travis buys 8-year-old Travis a Lunchable and sends it back to him through his tummy.
We've got to go back.
Can an adult not just enjoy a motherfucking Lunchable, though? Without those
That's what I'm
auspices? You guys are throwing a lot of shade at Lunchables right now. I knew we love horses on this podcast, but I did not know we love high horses quite so much.
But are Lunchables not the same? Like, I put them in the same category as the Hot Pocket. The toaster strudel.
Yeah, it's a fucked up Venn diagram you just weaved.
A Hot Pocket's a lot of work. You got to push the buttons and a lot of fiddling.
But
A Lunchable, you have to construct your own. They don't just hand
that's
you a package.
customizable. Kids love that.
With
Let's
stickers.
we're getting away from the fucking heart of the matter. And I want to get us back to it. And now, okay, if you want to fucking time travel, I'm 8 years old. I roll up to school. I bust out a Gladware DIY. It's a
And maybe you've
Lunchaboo.
written Lunchable on it, but you spelled it differently to avoid
Griffin, what the
copyright
fuck is that?
infringement.
It's a Munchable. It's a what? A Munchable? Dad, my dad made it for me, and he said it's just as good. And what do you?
Stop it! I'm literally gonna cry. I'm literally gonna.
What are you all eating? We're eating Lunchables. That they're brand name Lunchables that our rich parents got us at the store. What was yours called? Munchables. What's in it? Looks like I got some oyster crackers and a nice note.
What seems to be a hair.
It looks like a hair.
This is one of my new dad Jerry's hairs.
The container smells like salami because it used to have salami in it. That's how we got it. We can't afford to buy Gladware either. We're just reusing the old containers.
Have you guys ever noticed with Gladware when you store maybe a tomato sauce or a base product in it for an extended period of time and then you wash
turns
it
pink.
and it's still
It's
that
pink
color?
now, yeah.
What is happening there? What is the porousness of this material?
photosynthesis.
Is that osmosing through the plastic?
Can I rock Munchables in the modern workplace? If I roll up and I have a fucking Gladware container and I've written Munchables on there in a Sharpie and maybe some of the letters are backwards, just to really drive it home. And I'm just Jerry from accounting walks in and he's like, "What are you eating there?" I say, "Oh, Munchables."
Wait, hold on.
And I prefer-
that voice worked for the 8-year-old.
Yeah, I prepare a fucking snack cracker tower and I eat it from the top down like a T-Rex. Am I okay? Am I good?
I think if I got to watch you do that, just make a huge stack of crackers and cheese and meat, and then just deep throat it. Just put your head at the top and just keep jamming until it's all gone. Munchables. These are Munchables. Yeah, I'll make you some. I'll bring some in tomorrow. No
The
problem.
weird thing is it's like the sadness is greater than the sum of its parts. Because if you just brought in like a container with crackers, a separate container with cheese slices, and a separate container with like some lunch meat. But that's not weird to me. But you put it all in the same container and transport it that way, and it's like 100% sadder.
Of course, context is important in this situation. If I eat crackers and then in another room I eat some lunch meat, it's not going to be a thing. But if I try to give it my own DIY fucking Pinterest branding, then we have a situation, all right.
This is an interesting question for you about Lunchables. If you go to a party, let's say, where there are crackers and cheese and little pieces of meat, I don't think there's a number of those things that you would eat, at which point you would say, well, I've had lunch now. Did you have lunch? Yes, I did.
Well, you guys are...
I grazed here.
You guys are...
And now I've had lunch.
Limiting your scope to the fucking snack cracker Lunchable box set. There was a lot more variety in there for our dirty North American bento boxes, essentially is what we're talking about. I don't know if you guys ever sampled the pizza, which was...
Oh my God.
Which was pizza,
Griffin,
but cold.
I have very clear memories of watching an adjacent rich kid eat the pizza Lunchable and being physically repulsed at the idea of eating all of it cold. And they would call it pizza, and it turned my stomach.
Well, let me take you down the oubliette to even further. Just peer into the darkness with me, and we'll talk about the definition of the word soft taco. Because Lunchables also had that game wasn't especially on point because you had a round thing.
It was the pizza crust.
It was the fucking pizza crust, and then they had a cold, essentially giant ketchup packet, but instead of ketchup, it was ground meat? Question mark? I don't know how you would recreate.
Meat was in quotation marks. It was also an acronym.
Yeah, it was Bad News Bears. I don't know how you would recreate that for the Munchables brand, but I think that there is a lot of opportunity in there. We could probably get some vegan-free option. Vegan-free? Gluten-free. No vegans.
No vegans allowed.
I think all Lunchables are inherently vegan-free. Anyway, this person has a great point. I'm going to take this to Shark Tank. Thank you, Yahoo.